I'm excited to be here with Lupe Aranda. We're actually in Floresville, Texas. Everyone go look that up on the map. It's a little town, but it has some awesome people here, and one of them is Lupe Aranda. Now, I know that I first met you back in, I think, August in San Antonio, but Floresville is actually, I believe, where you live.
Yes.
And man, you have introduced so many people here to Infiniti Matrix stem cells by bringing them to the meetings. And I think you actually got stem cells, what, back in January?
January 31st.
So kind of fill me in. What was going on? What was your prompting? What were you thinking about and your purpose for getting stem cells?
Well, when I went to the first meeting, I knew I wanted to do it because I had been having trouble for over 3 years, seeing an oncologist and not knowing what's wrong with me. I went for low platelets and they're okay. Every time I go in, they do my blood work and there's always something wrong. And now they're telling me I'm anemic and they don't know why.
Interesting. Okay.
I've had every kind of test that there is to take, and she's asking me, so why are you anemic if everything comes out negative? And I'm supposed to be fatigued and run down, and I'm still going like always. So she asked me, do you have kidney disease? And I said, well, I'm sure I do. I'm a diabetic. And I hear that over 65, most people get kidney disease. So it was so weird how it happened, but I had an injury. I fell and had a very bad sprain. So
sprain on your wrist?
On my yes.
Okay.
And so I had to do a follow-up with my doctor. So that was the opportunity to ask my doctor about my kidney disease, which I said, God just puts everything in plan. So I asked her, and she said, let me check. And she said, well, 6 months ago, you were at 57. 3 months ago, you were at 40. So that's stage 4 kidney disease, which I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
So later, I come to find out when you're stage 5, you're on kidney dialysis. And I've always been fearful of kidney dialysis because my dad was on kidney dialysis, but my dad was never a diabetic.
Okay.
And so I had 2 risk factors, which was my age and the diabetes. So then about 2 weeks later, I had to go for my 3-month blood check for my A1C. So I got that done, and a week later I went for my blood results, and she tells me everything's good, your cholesterol, your A1C, la 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 la. And I said, what about my kidney disease? Nobody ever tells me anything about kidney disease. And she looks at my records and she says, oh my God, you went from a 40 to a 67, and you're no longer stage 4, you're stage 2, which is a norm for diabetic and for your age.
Wow. Okay. So let me, all right, you got stem cells. We didn't mention January 31. And so the before tests were before that date, and then you got your stem cells, then you did later blood work, and then
it was like 8 weeks after.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. Awesome.
I knew all along I had a good feeling for it, and God made it possible because I won a $500 raffle from the church, so that was my down payment. And then I got offered a credit card for interest rate zeros, so that's what paid my stem cells. So
awesome.
I tell everybody that's what stops them all, because it's so much money. And like I tell them, well, how much is your life worth? And you're going to spend it somewhere anyway. And if you pray enough for it, God will make it possible.
God will make a way.
Like He did it for me.
Yes, He'll do it for them as well, too.
Yes.
Well, Lupe, that's exciting. Thank you so much. I know this is going to encourage others. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.